feels available to you today. So maybe inhaling for 3 to 5 counts, and then exhaling for 3 to 5 counts. I invite you to make the exhale a little bit longer if you're feeling particularly stressed or anxious or worried today, and just really allowing yourself to let go on that exhale. Begin to notice your breathing, noticing the quality of your breath and where you feel your breath. Maybe you feel it more in the back body, maybe you feel it more in the front or the sides of the rib cage, maybe you feel it more in your chest today. And then whenever you feel ready, just start to shift that breath low into the belly. Feel the expansion of your belly as you inhale down towards the mat. And as you exhale, gently drawing the navel into the spine. As you breathe in, think about drawing in a sense of peace. As you exhale today, letting go. And as you breathe deeply, scanning your body for any areas of tightness or restriction today, and just doing your best to let those go as you exhale. And then continuing to breathe deeply, go ahead and create an intention for your practice today. So something that you'd like to focus on, something that's meaningful for you. And then when you feel ready, taking one more cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And then start to make your way up into tabletop. And we'll start with just a few big hip circles in a clockwise direction, just shifting your weight from hands, circling around, back towards your heels. And then moving in a counterclockwise direction, just allowing your hands and knees to take some weight, coming into your body a little bit this afternoon. And then we'll begin to cycle through cat and cow pose. So grounding through your hands, spreading your fingers nice and wide. As you inhale, drop the belly, look forward, tail up, cow pose. As you exhale, press away as much as you can, rounding the spine, drawing into cat. And just allowing yourself to flow with your breath. You can do this eyes open or eyes closed, whatever feels best for you. But just allowing your body to move in sync with your breath. And as you're flowing through cat and cow, I want you to just bring some awareness to your upper body. So the areas around the shoulders, including the shoulder blade. And then drawing your attention all the way down the arms to the palms and the fingertips. Just kind of notice how it feels to take some weight into the hands. And taking about 2 more cycles at your own pace. And then when you're ready, coming back to a neutral spine, we'll move both hands over to the left corner of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in, and then as you exhale, sink towards your right heel. Relax your head and neck. Breathe into that right side body all the way down to the right side of the hip. Take a couple of nice deep breaths and just kind of feel the rib cage expand on the right. When you're ready, coming back up through the center, moving your hands over to the right, breathing in. Big exhale, drop back to the left heel, relax your head and neck. Again, mindfully breathing here, expanding the rib cage with the inhale. And then when you're ready, making your way back up to tabletop, shrugging the shoulders down away from the ears, go ahead and send your right foot back. So right toes connect to the mat here, knee crease towards the ceiling. And then move your left hand just a little bit more forward towards the top edge of your mat, and we'll come over to half moon on the left. So you'll pivot that right heel down, balancing on your left knee and hand, floating the right palm up. Beautiful. Pause and breathe, just bringing some activation around the side body. Think about a micro bend in that left elbow, so avoiding locking out at the elbow, and then really reaching through the right fingertips, turning, maybe looking down at your left hand or up at your right hand, or maybe moving between those two spots to kind of bring some blood flow into the neck. And try floating your right foot. As you float the right leg, flex the foot there, and then just gently press the right heel back, still keeping the navel into the spine. So bringing some awareness around the pelvis. Pause and breathe. Again, micro bend in that left elbow. Good, sweep that right arm up next to your ear, reaching through the fingertips. Good, on an exhale, come back to tabletop. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale, tuck and round into cat. If you'd like, super cat. So press into the tops of the feet and hover the knees, activating a little bit more through the belly. Good, drop the knees, inhale, cow pose. One more time, exhale, cat. If you'd like, hover the knees, super cat. Navel draws into the spine. And then set the knees down, come back to that neutral spine and tabletop. This time, send the left toes back, knee crease towards the ceiling, and just move that right hand a little bit more towards the top edge of your mat before coming over to the right hand and knee. Modified half moon, left fingertips reach for the sky. Outer edge of the left foot is down. Micro bend in your right elbow. Pause and breathe and just be in your body. Just like you did on the first side, maybe you switch your gaze from up to down. Doing what feels best on your neck here today. Relaxing through the face and jaw. If it's available to you, float the left foot, keeping it flexed, and then just gently press that left heel back. Still drawing the navel into the spine. Nice activation through the belly. And then big sweep with that left arm next to your ear, reaching through the fingertips. Big side body reach. Relax your face. And then as you exhale, slowly release everything back to tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. This time, walk your hands more forward. Tuck your toes under and press back to down dog. And we'll just spend a little bit of time here. So do what feels good for you. Walk out the feet a little bit. Drop the knees into the center. If you haven't been in down dog for a while, just give yourself a little bit of time and space here. So focus on your pelvis position, sit bones lifting up and back, and just allow the legs to follow. And then we'll take that awareness back to the shoulder girdles and think about turning the elbow creases towards each other. So you're feeling some activation in the shoulders and separating the hands, spreading your fingers nice and wide. Pause and breathe. Good. As you inhale, when you're ready, bring the feet back in so they're about hips distance apart. And then we'll sweep the left leg high, reaching through the ball of the foot. As you exhale, knee to nose, cat back. Good. Really hovering over your mat, activating your low belly. Inhale, sweep that left leg high. This time, exhale to the outside of the left elbow. Still cat back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, this time cross it over, right elbow, cat back. Inhale, left leg high. And then exhale, set it down, pause and breathe, down dog. Always the option to take a breather in child's pose whenever you need it today. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Again, elbow creases towards each other. Inhale, this time right leg high. Really think about reaching into the ball of that right foot. Knee to nose, round your back. Chin to the chest, breathe. Inhale, right leg high, reach it up to the sky. Exhale to the right elbow, hover, belly in. Good, inhale, right leg high. Reach through the foot, lengthen. Exhale to the left elbow, pause and breathe. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, set it down. Take the knees nice and wide. Extended child's pose, big toes together, knees wide. Drop your sit bones all the way back, lengthening both sides of the trunk. Breathe into the low belly. Good, cleansing breath here, inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Good, do it again, inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. And just kind of notice how you're feeling. Maybe recalling briefly before you move out of this posture, just that intention that you set for your practice today. Taking a moment of gratitude for coming to your mat and dedicating this time for self-care. Good. When you feel ready, go ahead and make your way back up to tabletop. And then we'll walk the hands back towards the feet, towards the back edge of the mat. And slowly curl yourself all the way up to stand. Once you're up to stand, you can roll your shoulders back a few times. And then take a walk towards the top edge of your mat. And just pausing briefly with your feet about fist distance apart. Come into mountain pose, palms forward, broaden across the collarbones. If it's available to you, blink your eyes closed, and just notice how you feel in standing. So maybe shifting your weight from toes to heels or right to left, just kind of acclimating to that upright posture. And then if it's available to you with your eyes closed, we're going to take a few half sun salutations. If you feel like you need to open your eyes, feel free to do that. On an inhale, you'll sweep the arms up, take a little back bend. As you exhale, lead with your heart. Forward fold, round your back. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Bending your knees generously as you fold. Press through your feet, come all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, eyes opened or closed. Good, inhale, sweep up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your heart. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through your feet, come all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Good, we're gonna stay in this forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Bring your chest a little bit closer to your thighs. Grab opposite elbows or just dangle your arms towards the floor. Just kind of come into your body in this forward bend position. Relaxing the back of the neck. And then dangling your fingertips for the floor. Toe heel your feet out so they're about the width of your mat. Toes turn slightly in. And then planting your left fingertips here, inhaling the right arm up, nice gentle twist. As you exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Good, planting your right fingertips, deep breath in, left arm floats up. Exhale, round and fold. Toe heel your feet back in so they're hips distance apart. Press into your feet, bend your knees, come all the way up to stand. Lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, we're gonna do a high lunge salutation next. So on an inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, forward fold, lead with your heart. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, big step back with your right foot, high lunge. Walk or sweep your arms up. Just be mindful of that knee over ankle position on your back, on your front leg. Back knee is straight. Good, keep pressing that knee crease of your back leg straight. On an exhale, hands come down to the mat. Find plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale, knees go down to the mat. Lower halfway, chaturanga, low push-up. Release to your tummy. Inhale, lift your heart, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high. Elbow creases towards each other, ground through the hands and feet. Looking forward, right foot steps through, high lunge, rise. Back knee is straight, up in the ball of that back foot. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the mat. This time, step forward. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through your feet, come all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So establishing our cadence with our breathing and our asanas. Inhale, sweeping up, little back bend if you'd like. Exhale, forward fold, moving with your breath. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, big step back with the right leg. Inhale, high lunge. Soft taps of the shoulders, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Breathe in. Exhale, knees to the mat, chaturanga, low push-up. Hug your elbows in. Release to your tummy. Inhale, locust pose, arms at your side. So float the arms, float the feet. Just another variation of a back bend here. Exhale, hands to the mat, down dog. Cleansing breath, ground through the hands and feet. Good, looking forward, right foot steps through, high lunge, rise. Exhale, hands to the mat, step forward. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep up. Little back bend if you'd like. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your heart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop back to plank. Pause from your toes or your knees, lower halfway to chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, any back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, pause and breathe. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat, breathe into a flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your heart. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Pause from your toes or your knees, that vinyasa series. We'll take one chaturanga push-up if you'd like. So from your toes or your knees, lower halfway to chaturanga. Pause. Exhale, back to plank. And then we'll move through that vinyasa series from your toes or your knees, lowering halfway, chaturanga, belly in. Inhale, any back bend, baby cobra, Cobra, locust, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Elbow creases towards each other. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop back to plank. Pause. If you'd like, from your toes or your knees, chaturanga push-up. So lower halfway, press back to plank. Good, then that vinyasa series. Lower halfway, inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Always welcome to come to child's pose for a breather. Inhale, plank pose. Good. Walk down to your forearms. Exhale, come over to the left side for side arm balance. Right arm floats up. Shoulder tracks over the elbow here. Perfectly fine to set that bottom knee down. Do what works for you. No judgment, yogis. Exhale, forearm plank in the center. Breathe. Press into that middle part of your back. Flatten out the space between the shoulder blades. Good. Breathe in. Exhale to the right forearm. Side arm balance, shoulder over the elbow. That optimal shoulder alignment here. Pause and breathe. Good. Exhale, forearm plank. Good. Set your knees down and then lower your hips and your belly. Come to Sphinx pose. So little breather in Sphinx. Nice passive back bend here. Think about a little press into the forearms. Lift your chin. So lengthening the front body. Giving the abdominal muscles a little bit of a stretch here. Pause and breathe. We're going to do some forearm plank roll-ups, so a little bit of more core activation here. We'll round up in 3 segments. So you're going to pull the rib cage up, then your belly, and then either your thighs or your knees to return to forearm plank. And then we'll do the reversal of that to come back to Sphinx. So you'll set your knees down, your belly, and your rib cage. Look forward. Beautiful. So round up. Pull your rib cage in, belly, knees. Forearm plank. Release is knees, belly, rib cage. Look forward. Good. One more time. Pull the belly in. Knees up. Forearm plank. Press into that mid back. Good. Nice and easy. Knees, belly, rib cage. Look forward. Good. Stack the hands, turn the toes out to the side. Take a breather in crocodile pose. Just kind of feel what you feel here. Be in your body. Pause and breathe. Take a nice cleansing breath here. So inhaling deeply through the nose, feeling the belly expand out to the mat. Exhale, big, heavy sigh through the mouth. Good, do that one more time. Deep breath in, feel the belly expand outward. Exhale, let everything go. And then when you feel ready, coming back up to downward facing dog, just taking your time to walk the feet in, really utilizing the length of your mat here. On an inhale, sweep your right leg high for 3-legged dog. As you exhale, big step forward, come up to warrior 1. Pivot your back heel, warrior 2. Pivot your back heel down. Big wide wingspan here. Gaze is over the right hand. And then just take a moment to check down at that front foot, knee over ankle alignment, soft tops of the shoulders. Good. As you inhale, straighten the front knee. As you exhale, reach through the right hand as far as you can and make your way to triangle pose. Left arm floats up. So without a block here, you can utilize your leg for support or fingertips go towards the floor, but do your best to contact as much of that imaginary wall behind you that you can. So avoid kind of dropping that left shoulder down, reaching through the left fingertips, micro bend in that front knee. Good. As you exhale, reverse triangle. Breathe into the right side body. Gentle on the back hand. Good. Another breath in. As you exhale, come to half moon. So pressing off the back leg onto the front leg for single arm balance. Left arm floats up, or take a partial bind with that left arm wrapping around for the low back to that right hip crease, opening the left shoulder. That left foot is flexed. Lots of energy in that leg. Good. Releases high lunge. Big step back. Sweep the arms up. Soft tops of the shoulders. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Good. Breathe in. Chaturanga push-up if you'd like. Lower halfway. Press back to plank. Good. Your vinyasa. Lower halfway. Inhale. Any back bend. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Grounding through your hands and feet. Elbow creases towards each other. As you're ready, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward, Virabhadrasana to Warrior Two. Pivot the back heel down, long wingspan. Think about relaxing the tops of your shoulders here. Gently pulling the belly in, so slightly tucking the tailbone under, looking over that left hand. Beautiful. Relax your face. Inhale to straighten your front knee. Exhale, reach through that left hand as far as you can. When you can't reach anymore, set it down on your mat or your leg. Float the right arm up for triangle. Gaze is up or down. So if it's hurting your neck to look up at your hand, you can turn it forward or look down. Pause and breathe. Nice big side stretch. Reach through those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. As you exhale, reverse triangle. Big opening into the left side body this time. Micro bend in both knees. Pause and breathe. Good, breathe in. As you exhale, press off that back leg, half moon. Floating the trailing leg up, foot is flexed. Option for that right hand to come around to that left hip crease, opening the right side of the chest, and then try turning your gaze to the right. Using those focal points to help with balance here. Try to lighten up the weight that you have on your left fingertips. Good. Pause and breathe. Belly in. Release is high lunge, gracefully sweeping the arms up. Good. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank pose. Good. Your last chaturanga push-up. From the toes or the knees, lower halfway, press back to plank. Your vinyasa series, lower halfway. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, and then come to puppy pose. So just setting your knees down, keeping your hips lifted, forehead to the mat. So if you'd like today, we're gonna do either a little bit of crow prep, or if crow is in your practice, you're welcome to try that as well, just kind of surrounding the upper body focus today. If crow is not in your practice, don't worry about it, but we'll kind of talk through a couple of the prep poses. So just pausing here, hips lifted, take a cleansing breath, and tuck your toes under. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Good. Recall that intention that you set for your practice today. Take a moment of gratitude for your body and everything it does for you each and every day. Good. When you're ready, start to press up to your hands here. So with those toes tucked under, you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. So you're kind of hovering at the back edge of your mat. Take your fingers and spread them nice and wide, just like we've been practicing. And you're going to create a shelf with your arms, just like you do for chaturanga. And then from here, you're going to come up to the balls of the feet, and I want you to really round your back. So nice cat back and pull your belly in. So I'm just kind of hovering at the back of my mat. My hands are forward. I'm going to create a little shelf with my arms and just start to rest my knees there. So some people like to bring their knees to the outside. Some people like to bring their knees right behind their elbows. Do what feels good for you. Keeping that cat back, I want you to play with shifting your weight towards your fingertips. So looking forward towards the top edge of your mat, hugging those knees to that upper part of your arm and looking forward. So that shift forward is going to be the key to finding that nice sweet spot where your toes start to float up. So if that's not available to you to try, I want you to just play with shifting your weight a couple of times. And then eventually you don't really want to feel like you have to pull your feet up. You want to feel like you find that sweet spot and your toes just float up off your mat. So just hovering, spread your fingers nice and wide, cat back, belly in, and then play with looking forward and shifting your weight towards your fingertips. And just do that a few times. If you can float your feet, great. If not, don't worry about it. Still looking forward, cat back, and then release will be child's pose. Nice, deep, cleansing breaths here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come up to a seated position. We'll just do a couple of seated poses here. So first thing, we'll take the soles of the feet together for seated bound angle pose. So just allowing the knees to float out to the side. You can draw the heels as close in as you'd like, but sit nice and tall. If this feels like a good stretch, you can stay right here. If you'd like to explore a forward bend, you can hinge forward and maybe bring the hands out in front of you. If you're doing that forward bend, perhaps rounding the spine, drawing the navel in, softening the back of the neck. Beautiful. Keep breathing into that back body. And then slowly walking your hands back up to center. We'll take the right leg out at about 45 degrees. Bring your left foot to the inner thigh there. And then we'll let the shoulders, we'll skewer the shoulders so they're facing the right foot, sit up nice and tall. And then just hinge at your hip crease for seated head to knee pose. Doing your best to reach your hands in the direction of your foot, even if they don't get to your foot or your ankle, perfectly fine. Feeling some length into the hamstrings here. You might rotate that whole leg or point and flex your foot if that feels good, depending on maybe where you feel restrictions today. And then we'll drop the right arm in towards the center. Sweep the left arm up and over next to your left ear. So revolved head to knee pose, a little bit more of a side stretch here. Good. Pause and breathe, reaching those left fingertips for the right foot in that direction. Good. Big inhale, sweep that left arm up. As you exhale, release it down. Your leg that's out straight, bring it all the way forward. Your leg that's bent, go ahead and cross it over that right leg. Sit up nice and tall, and then with your right arm, hug that knee in and take a twist to the left. So sitting nice and tall, keep pulling your toes back on that right leg, but a little bit of length into the left glute, left outer hip. Good, as you exhale, slowly release back to center. Uncross that leg. Go ahead and send your left leg out nice and long at about 45 degrees. Pull the right foot in towards that inner thigh. And then shoulders square towards your foot. Take a nice deep breath in to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, hinging forward, leading with your heart to fold over that leg. Again, you're listening to your body here, starting to deepen the breath, just like you did at the beginning of the practice today. Just really paying attention to where you feel your breath. We'll let the left arm drop into the center, reach the right arm up and over, so right fingertips are reaching towards those left toes. Revolved head to knee. Relax your face and jaw, looking up or down, whatever feels best on your neck. Good, deep breath in, big sweep with that right arm, sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, lower it all the way down. Take your left leg, send it all the way forward, keeping your foot flexed, and then draw that right knee up. Stamp the foot over the leg, pulling your knee towards your left shoulder. Take a twist to the right this time. Left toes keep pulling back, kind of using that right hand as like a kickstand, coming in line with your sacrum, and then looking as you turn. So breathing in to really get long through your spine, and then using your exhale to rotate. Relaxing through the face and jaw, beautiful. And start to slowly come out of it, uncrossing the legs. Go ahead and set the soles of both feet on the mat. Float your palms up. We'll take our time to engage the belly as we lower ourselves down to the mat. So really taking your time, using your tummy muscles, going as slow as you feel comfortable. And then once you're on your back, go ahead and draw the knees into the chest and just start to massage out the low back. So here I want you to take just another minute or so for any other poses. So if there's another inversion that you'd like to take, maybe reclining pigeon or happy baby or another spine twist, just go ahead and explore any other poses that you'd like to do to complete your practice today before we move into our final relaxation of Shavasana. As you're exploring those final poses, maybe close your eyes and just allow yourself to be in your body a little bit more. Doing your best not to let the mind wander. Just letting yourself be present here on your mat. And if and when you feel ready, you can make your way into any comfortable resting pose. So traditionally Shavasana, corpse pose, done on our backs. But if you're more comfortable on your side, you can do that as well. Just walking your shoulder blades underneath you, letting your palms be up, your feet and ankles relaxed out to the sides of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Big, heavy sigh through the mouth. Blink your eyes closed or lower your gaze. Scan your body one last time for any remaining tension. Do your best to let go. Let the ground support you. Let your mind be at peace for a few moments. Your heart open to love, kindness, and compassion. Noticing your breath and then just doing your best to release all thoughts. enjoying a few moments of peace and stillness in your day.